Shalom everyone, I hope that you're doing fantastic. Now if you are brand spanking new ever finding this channel, I'm not religious, I'm not churchy. Okay, just because I said shalom in Hebrew, that is perfect peace. Alright, I do come from a Hebraic lineage and I do keep Shabbat, and today is the Shabbat. And the word Shabbat just means the Sabbath. It's Saturday in our English language. But I'm not churchy, I'm not religious, but I am for uprightness, people. And I do have a gifting of filling the spirit. And, I do use scripture and stuff like that, things that I've walked out. The Most High, who has a name, and people call the Most High universe or God or whatever you call him. He's all names to me. But he's Jehovah Elohim, which is maker, ruler of everything. He is the perfect shalom. He is salvation in Hebrew. That is Yeshua. And the scripture tells us that the upright and the righteous are bold as a lion. And some people don't like that. They like being bold for negative things. But when they get somebody who wants uprightness to be just as bold, people don't like that, I guess. But anyway, that's who I am. And I have way too much footage to prove that Jehovah Elohim exists. And he's just magnificent, and he deserves praise, glory, and honor, and to be acknowledged every day, because there's no other way to walk, man. There ain't. You just set yourself up in traps if you don't walk in uprightness and things like that, and acknowledge that he can give you a way. There seems to be no way out of something, regardless, even if you found yourself in something negative and you're acknowledging it. He's like, well, I'll clean that thing up for you, and I'll make that way straight for you. And he will, okay? And so it ain't about being churchy, because I don't have a problem giving what for. It's about being upright in your heart, okay? And a lot of people have taken who Jehovah is and twisted it and acting one way, and they're a bunch of hypocrites. And all Jehovah ever wants us to be is to acknowledge him and just keep the commandments. And, King Solomon, the most wisest king that was asked, whatever you want, I'll give it to you. And he asked for wisdom. And then by that wisdom, Jehovah gave him everything else. And he tells us that the whole duty of man is just to keep the commandments. It ain't that hard. What are the commandments? Well, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. And every one of us has broken the commandments. And that's why none of us can really throw a stone. At the same time, once you come out of that, you learn how to live, you teach other people. Those people that want to throw stones, well, then they'll reap what they sow. And that's how it really works. But anyway, there ain't no one that can stand and say, well, I never broke a commandment. But once you learn from those karmic lessons that you go through when you do break it, and find the grace, you teach from that place, and you find beauty from that space, okay? But anyway, in a nutshell, this is who I am. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I did a profound reading on one of my other channels today, and somebody was getting a death sentence because they are proud in their heart, okay? That's dangerous, people. It really is. So if you're really proud and you know that you should go do something, you just keep hardening your heart, hardening your heart, hardening your heart. There's death sentences today for that. However that death is going to turn out, energetically, physically, emotionally, that's not up to you and I to say. Jehovah's going to say what that thing's going to look like. And there's people going to be twice dead just walking around, still have a conversation with you. But Jehovah just let them just go ahead and just be dead because they chose not to do what he wanted them to do. And it's so dangerous to me. I just, it really shakes me on the inside. I fear the Most High. And we're told that the beginning of wisdom is to fear Jehovah, okay? The maker of heaven and earth. You and I did not make ourselves. We just didn't. So this really has come through my spirit. It is the Shabbat, and I like to give a word on the Shabbat. And this is part of my gifting. And I am a daughter of the Most High. And if you are upright, then you're a daughter or son of the Most High, if you acknowledge him, okay? And so you have just as much right as I do to give an upright word to help people get on a straight path. Isn't that what we want? Well, I would hope so. But too many people say, no, you're going to do it this way, the way I want you to do, and people bribing people and paying people off to do some nasties, and that just gets you in a trap, and it makes you lose, and all of that, okay? So anyway, welcome if you stay to this channel, and just come I'm just kind of trying to share who I am, so you just kind of get a feel of what I'm about. Now, I do tarot, I do the runes, I do living language and scripture, like I just said, but I'm not churchy, I'm not religious, I'm just upright. That's just who I am from my heart. I'm here to teach the ways of truth, okay? And you should do that too. And just everything that you do in business and everything else, have a good time. And, you know, everything in moderation, right? So we have a crystal that came out here, which is in the Hebrew, it's kite. It's K-Y-T. That could be a person, place, or thing, first, middle, last name. The word crystal is also a name. So if your name is Crystal, then Jehovah is just saying something to you. Something may be coming out for you today. But crystal is a mineral without any impurities. It's about being pure. Okay. We also have the hammer here, which is Araka, which is R, Q, A, and H. Those letters could also be first, middle, or last name, or some type of a connection to you. But the word, though, it means a hammer. Like for sheet metal, to pound off metal, such as gold, with a hammer to flatten it out for metal sheets. You could be a sheet metal worker, I don't know. But there's a lot of money here, and there's gold without impurities. And we know that, you know, when fire is put to metal and things like that, it brings up all the impurities, and a lot of people are being pressured right now, just even in their own lives, by things that have taken place, and going through the fire and allowing those impurities to come up is wise for us, people. It really is wise for us, okay, because it's profitable there to be pure. We're also dealing with little children who are pure as well. We must come like little children, people. We really must come like little children. We have Hapsh. I guess that's how you name it. It means free from a master. This literally just came out in that reading that I was talking about. Somebody got a death sentence today because somebody has been manipulative. The snake came out. The hussy came out with the hostile whip on that reading. And Jehovah just literally gave somebody a death sentence. Okay, so somebody getting free from some type of a master. There's a lot of money here. Maybe somebody stole some stuff, something that was pure, or did something with the child, or something like that. But the word is to be free from a master. We have at the bottom of the deck, you're the only one for me, and you're so special, and it's truthful here. And when we are pure in heart, we are free from the devil energy. That's the hard taskmaster, right, in the deck. That's somebody wants to chain you up. And the devil card also go to bank systems and all kinds of stuff. That's huge. But somebody here is pure in their heart, and somebody has apparently went through some type of a situation where there is something very fortunate about somebody's love here. So that's positive. Maybe you are a boss and you've been free from the devil, that realm, and now you're going to start to lead in a way that's going to be upright for people, and that's honorable of you. If you can wake up to do that, let us have leadership in the land where people will rejoice over your leadership. Thank you, Jehovah, for clear to find messages. So tell us about this pounding out of this hammer, all this gold here, and this crystal that's without impurities, and being free from a master today. And somebody saying you're just so special to me, and it's a truthful statement being shown here. So we have the tower coming out here. And boy, I've sure seen the tower in the last few days. This is knowledge. Now, we are in the procession of the Zodiac. We are in the age of Aquarius, where the proud is. Okay? And somebody is a hard taskmaster, and they're free from that now. Then you are allowing your pride and your ego to come down. If not, this has literally been just struck down from the heavens itself. This is an aha moment. This is a disaster card. In the negative of this, because it does represent pride and ego, and somebody's crown, golden crown, just coming right off because maybe somebody wasn't pure. Obviously, somebody has been free from a master, and maybe they're feeling great. Now they're able to love or do whatever because the master has been wicked, and they came down and they got the death sentence, I guess, from the Most High, or allowed something to die within them. But this is an aha moment and a paradigm shift, just like that. Just like that. This is knowing something here. This is internet stuff as well. This is the Ain in the Hebrew, which is the pictograph of the eye that sees everything, which is Jehovah. He sees everything, and his eye is going to and fro, and he sees everything that these hard taskmasters have done, and pounding and pounding and pounding on people, and the people just, I'm out of here, man. Screw it, because you don't want to be underneath that kind of leadership, and Jehovah's just finally knocking something down here. You're just really knocking something down here today. So we're getting the tower. This is Aquarian energy here. We also have, okay, so I'm got Aquarian energy twice. We have the full. We have the Empress. I just seen her in my second channel reading that I did. And we had the C come out, which was a terror there. The word for C is yum. And somebody got their lunch eaten today. It did come down, and now there's a new start. But if you notice that the Fool always has a dog in the picture of all the Fool cards, because the Fool in Scripture says that a dog returns to its vomit just as much as a fool will return to his folly. And if somebody got knocked down and then turned back around and keeps getting knocked down, then that's what it'll show. Otherwise, somebody is allowed some type of pride and ego to come down to rebuild something very prosperous here, because the Empress represents prosperity. She would be the Gimel in the Hebraic language, which represents the rich and the generous person, okay? And somebody has fruit in the way they think, then they're fruitful, right? And they're even, because she has the scales of justice within her. The Scripture tells us that an unbalanced scale is an abomination, all right? And so if somebody is pounding for you to do something here for their gain, then they're an abomination, okay? Because this would be leadership energy. If this is in the negative, this is somebody who's literally just lost their ever-loving mind, and the fruit in their head is not fruitful at all. They just, again, just pounding for their own prosperous ways. But somebody got free from some type of a master here. Freedom here, a clean slate. If you're balancing out the scales and you're really prosperous here, then we've got beautiful energy showing up here with the Empress. What's at the bottom of the deck? Well, we have the Hangman. And this is somebody who has been confused and looking from every angle how to get released from something. This is backwards organization with the 4 here, because 4 goes back to organization. It goes back to family. It goes back to death energies as well. And so something's come down. Something's ended here. And somebody's got a clean slate jumping off the cliff and going forward. Somebody knows something about something that it needs to be balanced out, or just did get balanced out. This is also a prison card, and we have the legal scales of justice within the Empress. And so somebody has done something where money is concerned with all this gold. That's just real gold that's purified here. Then somebody has done some, their pride and ego got them just struck down, and there's prison then here for some people, whatever this is for any given person. But this is a confusion card. It's psychedelic stuff as well. But there's love here, and the Empress is full of love, full of projects. You've got children here as well. Yes, it says love is the answer underneath that. And then it states here that a ruler or a punishment from a ruler or an officer. We have a prison energy here, and law within the Empress. So one of her meanings is law. So there's some type of a punishment here from a ruler. Well, we have a boss. There's a freedom from a master. Somebody got free, they got fired, or the boss got knocked down. If they had other bosses underneath, you know, the Empress has all 4 queens within her. So that this is not a kingdom. This is an empire type of a stuff. And something's very much known here in a very big way about somebody's pride and ego getting knocked down, and somebody being released from something because they've just been hanging, doing something or causing some type of confusion somewhere. The word here at the bottom of the deck now is rise, and the rise of the sun in the eastern horizon, or the prescribed path for the sun energy. Well, the sun right now is in Libra. We have Aquarius real big here. We have Pisces here. We also have Taurus, and Taurus also here as well, Aquarius. This is the Lamed, which is the teacher staff of the universe in the Hebrew, which represents to push and to pull and to move something in a new direction and to protect the sheep, which is dumb sheep, and somebody kept somebody dumb or something like that. I don't know. But the teacher staff, you could be dealing with a teacher, and mothers teach as well. It could be somebody, obviously, is a family person is showing up here as well, or it's your child. She represents children. or some type of projects were being done. It's known about, maybe on the internet. This goes back to technology of some kind. Something's very much known here. All three of these energies will be very much known. Information about something that's been confusing here. But there's law here and a punishment from a ruler or an officer or an overseer of some kind. And it's really showing up here, man, today. It really, really is. So we also have the S, the H, the T, the R is also here. We have many H connections showing itself here. A couple of R connections, as well as a Z is also here. We have the name Rick showing itself to me. A rock is here. And Jehovah is the rock of our salvation. We have Ra. RA is you could be dealing with somebody who is either a physician or has RA problems within their bones or something like that. That's a disease. But RA is also evil. Something evil. Well, pride and ego is evil, people. It just is evil to the Most High. He hates that stuff. His eyes on it to bring it down. He says, every time I'm going to bring it down. Every time. People think that they're just so high-minded. My eye. That's why it's the eyeing on the proud. Is what the scripture says. My eye is on the proud. And so it's here. So that's huge here. We also have somebody who's pushed something to the limit. Okay, the word push is here. We have a hater here. Well, people who are prideful, they hate. They don't have no knowledge in them. They're just ridiculous, okay? A raise is here. Well, somebody, obviously that goes back to bosses to get a raise. And rise, all rise. And it could be a judge here as well, connected to a situation, or a lawyer, because we do have illegal stuff here, or the officer, or whatever is here. Well, we have sexual stuff here that's also gone on with the boss for some people. For money, or somebody got caught doing sexual things. Because that's sexual stuff here. Or there might have been, this can go back to secrets and stormy waters within secrets and stuff like that. And so there were secret children possibly, but something's known about it for some people. Something to do with somebody's hair. The word hair can be found with some of these combinations over here. And the Empress has a tree though, but it's full of fruit. But if somebody's hair is just very unique about them, or something like that, that's showing up out here just for a point of reference and a way of looking at something here. Or somebody found some type of hair or something like that, or a hair is also a rabbit, and oftentimes you'll see the Empress with a rabbit to prove that, you know, somebody just maybe has a lot of children or a big family connected to something. Obviously, if you're a boss of something or you own a company, that energy is here. Somebody being free from some type of a master or rulers underneath them or something like that. Somebody who's known is really here. And love is the answer. And somebody is saying that somebody is special. And so if somebody is getting rid of an employee that has caused some confusion, okay, there's nothing but a big fat know-it-all and pride and ego, they're down the road now. They're down the road now. Okay, because all they do is just rise up all the time and do something. They could be from the east. I don't know. What else is out here? Jehovah, help me see something else that I need to see. We have the name Rose, and we got flowers in the hair. The flowers has really been coming out. Your last name could be Flowers. It's really come out a lot lately on my readings. It's really come out through my spirit. But anyway, we have the name Rose here. We have Ruth. Your name could be Ruth. It's also coming out here. We have somebody who said hush for a while because there's been a confusion around something, but something's known here. Something's very much known here. What else is here? We have a rat. Somebody got ratted out. Maybe somebody has ratty hair as well. That's just coming out in my spirit. I don't know. Somebody did rotten. There's rot here. If somebody was sacrificed, okay, because that stuff does exist, that somebody could be decaying somewhere because we have law and legal stuff out here, or just somebody's just rotten to their core, because that's what pride is, people. Give me a couple more cards for this reading, Jehovah, and then we'll just call it read. So we have somebody going to jail for some people for a long time for something that they've done, or they've just been a long time within their occupation, or this is security or stability. Well, we have gold out here. Okay, and so it's, some people are going to be, you know, because somebody's finally leaving, something's going to be prosperous now for their business to get rid of somebody like this. You don't want that in your family. You don't want that in your business. You just don't. Somebody's just been really weighed down underneath the burden and just real determined in a very negative way if they've been proud. Okay, somebody just finally just been let go. Okay, they've just been hanging there. Somebody being let go. Like I said, Jehovah was putting a death sentence on somebody today. Okay, that's horrible. But look. Somebody don't want to change. They don't want change. Okay, there's a death sentence. Like I said, he's really bringing the grave out here. People, he really is, because of the proud. This card has a meaning of ego and pride. Look at me, and somebody just been like, my God, it's just all about me. And this stuff is crazy. It's craziness. And you all of a sudden, well, here's the grave for you. You're going to go down in the grave. And there's been people hiding things about death issues as well. And for a long time, people for a long time, and so something's just forcibly being overthrown. We've got government issues here, or situations showing up with legal matters. That obviously that all goes back to the government and stuff. So FBI energies could be found with the grave energy. Okay, so obviously something's just like boom right up in front of somebody's face today. Somebody is getting a death sentence today, people. They just really are. Or they're going to go through a trial, and that is going to be their sentence after the trial is done. This goes back to trials, okay? Somebody is a murderer, and somebody been working underneath somebody, and there's something known about that energy, or somebody been stealing some stuff and doing some stuff for gold and money, and there's death attached to them. Then for some people, somebody got a death sentence coming to them. For a trial that's coming up for something. We got children and stuff. Impurities, that's children stuff, okay? There's stormy waters here. And stormy waters, go back to the anchor is here, okay? You throw an anchor, you could be somebody who owns a boat, or I mean, obviously, if you've got gold and stuff like that, you probably got all kinds of stuff, okay? We got aviation, you could own a jet, I don't know your story. There's the whip. Well, this because this crap, people. High-minded energy, like I said, it came out in my first reading today, and Jehovah is addressing it to give peace to the people, okay, on the Shabbat, because this crap's got to stop. It's conflicts, nothing but suffering, and something being purged out here today. This has been painful and just anger all the freaking time, because this person's just so freaking high-minded. Their brain is just ratted with some stuff now. They've just planted some negative things here. But for the upright, there's some beautiful stuff. They're getting released from this crap now. They'll be able to blossom and bloom, and the scales are going to be even because something's over here. It really is over here. Jehovah's just going to just blast this thing apart. So let's see here. We got Jag and Jog. Well, this energy right here also goes back to somebody who goes to the gym as well. AJ is here. Maybe somebody's called AJ. I don't know. We got Ga here, GA. That goes back to a twisted rope. That's a twisted rope here. Yep. We have LA here as well, and LA in the Hebrew, la 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 la. Could be a singer, could be up in the public eye, I don't know. We also got something that's just of no worth here as well, because that pride is not of any worth, people. It just isn't. We have a gale storm. Like I said, a GL is a gale. It's also a leg. Somebody's got their leg taken up here on the limb as well. LG is a phone. Goes back to technology as well. All kinds of different kinds of connections coming out here. For any given person who's in their prideful state, you've got a death sentence upon you. You either come out of this and be free from the hard taskmaster from the other realm who's trying to get you to be wicked, or you just literally, you're going to die. Jehovah is bringing some type of a trial here to an end. He's putting a sentence on somebody. So you need to be beautiful and even out the scales, or you're over. Your pridefulness is out, and then people are going to be able to love like they've never loved before, and walk in a place of peace, and be able to celebrate that your nastiness is finally out of the earth, because we're having some pure stuff come to the surface now and getting all those nasty impurities out of the land. So it's actually positive energy for the upright in heart, and for the wicked, well, that's because you're not right, you're out of here. Okay, so it just is what it is. Until next time, y'all, shalom.